Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a better year than I did, and I hope that 2014 can be a better year for all of us, and I hope your resolutions come true and everything. So, this is going to be kind of an update video, I guess, something like that. And this is actually like the fifth or sixth time I've tried recording this because every single other time I keep going off topic and rambling about various things. So I actually have a little card in front of me with everything I want to mention so that I don't get sidetracked. So the first thing is I went to the channel settings that we now have because, of all the new merging Google Plus stuff. And I've set it up so that there's a playlist for nearly every type of video I'm currently doing. I went back in my videos to when I first got Utao, and from there I've put every video into a playlist. So there's like 4 or 5 playlists. There's Miku Miku Dance, there's one for just Misaki, there's one for Utao, there's one for Vocaloid. Is that it? I think that's it. If it's not, then there's one more. It's to make it easier to find videos if you're looking for a specific type. So that's that. Second thing, I think I figured out all of my signing in problems. I did the half merge to Google Plus where I linked my account to a Google Plus, but I didn't choose to use my name. And I didn't realize you could do that because for a while it was trying to get me convert to Google Plus, blah, 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 blah. When I clicked the option, I don't want to use my full name, the second window didn't come up telling me that I could use my username. I actually had to do that on my iPad because for some reason it wasn't displaying properly on my computer. Which leads us to the commenting issue. I'm receiving all of your comments and I'm reading all of them, but I can't directly reply to them from my computer. I can do it on my iPad, but I can't do it on my computer. And even when I can comment on my iPad, I can't reply. All I can do is just comment on the video. So if you've recently left me a comment, I've commented back, so go and check if you remember where you commented. But since I can't directly reply, I'm going to have to resort for the time being to doing the @ symbol so you know that I'm talking to you. So if you ask me a question or something, I will reply and I am seeing it. It's just you may not get a notification that I've replied to you because I can't do that. So I've gone back and replied to most of the comments that I've gotten within a short amount of time, mostly the most recent videos, because if you've commented on something before that, since I don't remember, and I'm not gonna go back and check every single video, and I've deleted the emails that told me who commented on what, I can't see that. But there was one I did not answer, and I did that on purpose. Bethan Reese, or Bethan Reese, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, you asked me why I didn't use my Utao more. And I'm going to answer that right now, because it's just kind of a nice segue into our next topic. I'm not using Misaki Chone as much for 2 reasons. The first reason is I'm a pretty modest person, so I don't like to go, here's my Utao everywhere. I mean, people do that and it's fine. It's just not who I am. And the second reason is I post a lot of the stuff I do on Nico Nico Doga. And if I use a Utao that's very unfamiliar to them, I will not get views or comments. That is from experience because I used to use her a lot more and post her on Nico Nico Doga, and I really didn't get many views. And since Nico Nico Doga works very differently from how YouTube works, I have a whole video on views and stuff in Nico Nico Doga. If you don't get views within like the first 3 days, you're not gonna get any at all. So I just found it was almost too much work, not enough reward when I used her to post on Nico Nico Doga. And since I like to post things both places, it just seemed more effort than it was worth. I wouldn't get many views. It didn't seem popular. People didn't seem to want that sort of video. But I am going to be using her a little bit more. Why? Because I'm re-recording her voice bank. Well, actually, I've pretty much almost finished re-recording it. There's a few sounds I need to go and add. And you're actually going to get a demo probably today or tomorrow. I just need to make a video for it, it's done. But I'm almost done on the second round pass of Otoing her voice bank. And this is a CV voice bank. I don't do VCV. I don't really like VCV. So sorry if that's what you wanted. But she's almost done being completely Otoed, and then after that, you'll get a demo, so you'll get 2 demos. And then I have to go and I have to convert her to hiragana because right now her bank is Romaji. And that's gonna be fun, relabeling every single sound. And after I do that, she'll go up for download. I don't know when that's going to be. I hope that I'm going to finish going through her voice bank within the next day or so, but I don't know how long the conversion to hiragana will be. So, yeah, I don't know. In other news, I'm going to tell you what I'm currently working on. I'm currently working on 2 Morning Musume covers. I'm working on Furusato. I did a Gumi cover of a song called Furusato before. This is a different Furusato. The other one was a Japanese folk song. This is a 90s pop song. And this is going to be a Gumi cover with Sayu Yurika harmonies. And I'm actually going to give out the VSQ for this one when I post it. So look forward to that. The second one is also a 90s Morning Musume song. And that is Daite Hold On Me. And that is Mako Nagone and Yufusaka. Hopefully that's going to be Daite Hold On Me is going to be the last of the crappy instrumental mixing stuff. I'm very sorry. It's difficult to mix when I have bad instrumentals. And I cleaned that instrumental up a little bit, but it was still very difficult to work with. That is probably the next video you're gonna get. After the demo, I mean. So I'm going to do some other Morning Musume stuff. I want to do Summer Night Town. I want to do Yamete yo Sinbad. I want to do the Chinese version of Ame no Furanai. That one, because that actually has a proper instrumental and I already have a VSQ made for it, so why not? I'm working on one original song at the moment, and that's an Utao original, and that's Sayu and Yufu, but I have some other songs that I want to do. The one I'm working on now is called Ne-chan, and it's kind of a sad song, sad ballady song, but the other ones I have that I'm going to work on is I'm going to try to do a Chinese song, but it's going to be mostly Google Translate probably. Back when I wrote Camellia, I wanted to do like a whole series of flower songs, so I'm going to try to do that, and those are all going to be Gumi English stuff. I'm going to use Drew, who is, I think his name after the Google Plus thing is Rose Asune, so you can look for him. I'm going to be using his Utao in an original song with an unnamed female Utao because I don't know who I'm going to use yet. And that is going to be titled Across the River, and that is going to be a Tanabata theme one. I had the idea late last night, so that's going to be interesting. And then there are 2 other Gumi songs that I had ideas for. First one is called My Life Is Not the Tale of Genji, and that is going to be a very silly song. And the second one, I'm in Love with a Secret Agent, and that will be an English song. So I don't know how long it'll take for all of these original songs, because, you know, that's quite a bit. But, I mean, some of them I know how I want them to sound. Others, I just had the idea and jotted it down. So, should I ever get Luca, or if somebody has Luca, I want to do a song, a Gumi Luca duet. And I have an idea for that. So if you have Luca and you're interested, let me know. Back to stuff I'm working on, because we kind of got a little sidetracked over there. I'm working on an English cover of My Favorite Things, and that's probably going to be the last of the crappy instrumentals. Yeah, that one I cleaned up too, but the instrumental I had was really bad. So we'll see how Gumi handles My Favorite Things. And I'm going to go back and redo on my own, and I think it's really funny because when I went to go and put the videos in the playlist and I hit on my own, I read the description and I kind of shouted at Internet Co Limited to make an English Gumi, and then like a month later they announced that they were going to. So I'm gonna go back and do an English version of On My Own. Well, a proper English version, not an English version. Other English songs I kind of want to do. Senbon Sakura would be cool. Freely Tomorrow would be really cool. And since I'm going to be doing Summer Night Town, the Morning Musume song, there's an English version of that song, so why not? I should also say that all of the stuff I'm mentioning could potentially happen, might not happen, so don't get your hopes up. As far as Chinese covers are concerned, you recently got the coolest ethnic trend. I'm working on The Moon Represents My Heart, and I am very terrified because there is nobody who can sing that song better than Teresa Tung. Like, I went and watched a bunch of covers from other amazing singers, like Hayley Westenra, who's this operatic singer from New Zealand. I love her, and she couldn't even do it as well. And she does a lot of songs better than some of their original artists. So I'm very scared to do that one, but I'm gonna try to do it anyway. Also, I plan on working after I get Daite Hold on Me up. I want to work on Kumikyoku, and this is actually going to be restarting of a project. It's something I started like 2 years ago, but I just never finished, and I'm going to start over, and I'm going to use almost every utao I have. I'm going to use both Luotianyi and Gumi, and I'm going to use some overseas utaos. And I already have the layout of how I want to do it, but I have room for 3 overseas utaos to use because I'm trying to do like a grid thing for the video, and this is nowhere near done. I've barely even started it because I don't know who I'm going to use and who I'm going to place where. But if you want me to use your utao in it, let me know and I may. So just comment below if you can. I know that people are having issues commenting. I'm having issues commenting. But just let me know if you want me to use your utao in this. And like I said, I have room for 3. I get more than 3, don't panic. I will use all of them in other medleys and stuff. The rules being there must be some sort of art for your utao, and it has to have an oto. If you don't know what that means, your utao probably doesn't have it, so don't bother. Because I'm not going to oto your utao for you. I'm sorry if it sounds mean, but if I'm working on all this stuff, I really don't want to be otoing utaos. So that's that. Also, what stuff do you want me to do? Leave us comments or message me or something. Stuff you want me to do, as in covers. Do you want Gumi to sing something? Do you want an utao to sing something? Do you want me to do a tutorial on something? Because I've been considering doing a harmony tutorial because a few people were asking me. So let me know. I hope you all have a really great year, and bye!